Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Alanis Najwa binti Muhammad Sohimi and I'm from BA132-4E. So today, we would like to present about our group project assignment, which is company visit. And as you can see here, our group project is choosing Arkib Negara Pahang as the company that we visited and interviewed for our group project. Next, let's move to the team members. And as you can see here, this is my team members who are directly involved in our group project assignment OBM247. Now, let's get to know more about Arkib Negara Pahang. There are 14 states level Arkib Negara Malaysia. These state level archives also known as A&M Negeri. A&M Negeri are responsible for preserving and providing access to historical to each state. The establishment of state-level archives such as Arkib Negara Pahang reflects Malaysia to commitment and preserving its historical, cultural, administrative records, and also at both national and regional levels. Arkib Negara Pahang specifically focuses on collecting, preserving, providing and access to the records that document to the development, governance, and cultural heritage of Pahang. This includes a wide range of materials such as official government documents, manuscripts, photographs, maps, and audio-visual recordings. Next, let's move to the logo of Arkib Negara Pahang. And as you know, the logo of all different states of Arkib Negeri is the same as the Arkib Negara Malaysia. First, papers numbering 13 pieces. This is the means of a symbol of the cultural documents and records. Second, the attachments of 13 pieces of papers represent the 13 states that form Malaysia, which is effect links the documents and records of the country to the historical background. Next, flower-shaped papers with 13 petals. The flower symbolizes the cultural values and elements of the country, documents, and records. Next, the vision is to lead in record management and archive administrations inclusively. For the mission is empowering records management in the public sector and archives administration through smart partnerships. For the objectives of Arkib Negara Pahang is carry archival material with eternal value, safe and preserved in accordance with the principles and standards set as a reference and national heritage. For the last is communalizing archival materials through advocacy programs to enhance the appreciation of the history of the country towards the identity of nations. Membina masa depan, menguatkan semangat warisan is the motto of Arkib Negara Pahang, which translates to building the future, strengthening the spirit of heritage in English. This motto reflects the archive's commitment to preserving and promoting the cultural heritage and historical legacy of Pahang, while also looking forward to the future through education.
Hi, I am Siti Nubatrisha binti Muhammad Ramzan, and today I'm going to present you guys my part, which is filing systems and record systems. There are 3 parts. The first one is the way of records keeping in the company, and the second one is type system they are using, and the last one is who is in charge and what is the duties. For the first stage, the way of records keeping in the company, they got 3 stages from it. And the stage 1 is managing open document by RQM and by outgoing letter RQK. These 2 are through mail, post or fax or email. And stage 2 is opening files and closing files. Files can be closed after completing actions or reaching a thickness of 4 cm. New files are opened as volume 2 and inactive files are closed after 2 years. For the third stage, for open record and classified record must have sufficient space and storage equipment, record maintenance and preservation including steel cabinet and secure rooms. Keeping records in Arkib involves using permanent ink in black or blue to write the file title and reference number. To access a file, a reference number is required for each file, such as the classification code for department, file number, serial number, volume and section or unit code. Additionally, black or blue ink is used for letters issued by the department, section, unit, while red ink is used for received letters. The second slide is what type of system they are using. We learned from the National Archive officer through our interviews that in Kuantan, the Digital Document Management System, or known as DDMS, is utilized by public officers. A digital document management system, DDMS. What is DDMS? DDMS is provide record management services that encompass electronic record production, storage, maintenance, and purging in accordance with the life cycle of government data. The whole record life cycle from creation to purging is managed by DDMS. User can download content, search, request files for requests, monitor the progress of actions, and access government files. And the last one is who is in charge and what is the duties. Departmental record officers are in charge of maintaining records at government offices. Managing records from creation to destruction is the responsibility of the department records officer who takes on the role. The records officer of the department bears the responsibility of overseeing and guaranteeing the appropriate execution of record management in compliance with legal regulatory requirements.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Alanisha binti Saiful Alba from BA132-4E. I would like to talk about record life cycle. As you can see on the slide, there is 5 record life cycle, which is creation, distributions, use, maintenance, and also dispositions. Let's talk one by one. Firstly is creation. This stage often involves placing initial documents in a real file folder. The production stage of the record keeping life cycle at Jabatan Arkib Negara Malaysia Negeri Pahang entails producing and documenting information. Next is distributions. Distributions in the context of the record filing life cycle at Jabatan Arkib Negara Malaysia Negeri Pahang refer to the sharing or dispersal of record with the correct individuals. Next is use. Assessing and making use of record of specific purpose is part of the use step of the record filing life cycle at Jabatan Arkib Negeri Pahang. The information in the records is used by authorized personnel throughout this phase to support research, decision making, and other operational tasks. Next, maintenance. The record needs to be modified and moved as needed on a regular basis during the maintenance phase. Depending on how long the record have been around, this may be difficult times. Last but not least is dispositions. When a record is no longer current and necessary for business operations, it is either disposed of or permanently stopped. Next, the maintenance and disposition process in record keeping. For the maintenance records, this file needs to have information, and the maintenance and management stage of these records need to be centered on providing rapid information service. For process disposition record, a disposal archive form for the record that needs to be disposed of will be sent after the evaluations process is complete. To prevent issue for either party, the descriptions on the chosen record must match the information on the disposal archive form. The file that must be moved to the archive will be tagged as write, and the file that must be disposed of will be tagged as X. So proceed to the procedure of filing records in the company. An active record, which is used at least 3 times a month to handle ongoing business, is the initial step in the process. So active records are typically stored in an office or close to the place of employment. Records that are no longer in use and have reached the deadline are kept in a different archive facility. The third stage involves storing valuable long-term documents at Arkib building that are no longer required to operate the firm. As you can see on the slide, there is 2 pictures. So, first picture is the board of director of Arkib Negara Malaysia Negeri Pahang, which is Uzdi bin Abdullah. So, the second picture is our personal in charge, which is Madam Siti Nur Hafizah binti Abu Sama. She is assistant director to Head of Development and Records Management Service.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Anis binti Kamar Hazard from BA132-4A. And now, I will proceed with processing of email. I will explain how Arkib Negara Pahang manage inward and outward correspondence as well as active records, inactive record, and others. As you can see here, there are 5 steps in registering inward correspondence. First of all, a person in charge will receive an open correspondence with suitable tools to prevent damage of the contents. After that, a date stamp must be placed before passing to Chief Clerk for defined classification number of the documents. Then, the document will be registered in an inward registry book. The description that are usually needed includes date of receipt, title of correspondence, and the name of the agencies. After done with the registry in registry book, the document will be sent to the director for further action. Registered outward correspondence is slightly different from inward correspondence. There are 4 steps in registering outward correspondence. For your information, when receive outward correspondence, it needs to be photocopied first, one for archive and another one for the agencies. Next, the outward document must be registered in the outward registry book. Finally, the document needs to be prepared for postage and sent to the correspondence agency for further actions to be taken. Well, my teammates and I found that these 5 types of record are commonly managed by Arkib Negara Pahang, and now we will go through one by one. Firstly, active records. This record will be handled in specific place such as the register room to guarantee that vital information is easily accessible throughout everyday operations. Secondly, inactive records are documents which are no longer needed on a regular basis. When records are no longer accessed, they will automatically transfer to the record room. Thirdly, long-term record storage are not required for everyday use but are important for future reference or historical analysis. Next, for in-store storage considerations, there is a room in Arkib Negara Pahang that keeps this record with fully kept room. In-store storage preserves sensitive or aging documents while providing remote access for research purpose. Last but not least, by conducting regular audits, organizations can identify areas that require improvement and take corrective action before a problem arises. In short, records management system will remain efficiently.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Azafariah binti Saidun. Now, I want to talk about comments and suggestions. There are some several key areas that Arkib Negara Pahang may focus to improve its filing system. Firstly, organization and accessibility. The file system Arkib Negara Pahang gains from an organized classification scheme makes managing and retrieving a document much easier. For the recommendation, Arkib Negara Pahang can improving accessibility to creating a friendly interface for the general public and researchers. Secondly, technological advancement. It is possible that using digital tools and systems to improve record retrieval and management efficiency. For the recommendation, Arkib Negara Pahang have to make sure strong cybersecurity are in place for protecting private data. Lastly, collaboration and outreach. We can see here Arkib Negara Pahang have many benefits by working together with other institutions such as archive institution, academic institution, and cultural organization. We would like to recommend Arkib Negara Pahang to strengthen connections to enhance resources. So now, let us revise what we have discussed today about Arkib Negara Pahang filing system and record management. First, method of keeping records. We can see Arkib Negara Pahang process of segmentation and labeling, standards for maintaining records, and evaluation of each record's life cycle. Second, maintaining temperature management. Arkib Negara Pahang have to make sure the temperature is only 18 to 20 Celsius and minimize the window to reduce overexposed to the light, which can affect the chemical composition of the records. Third, processing mail. We have discussed the 5 steps for inward and 4 steps for outward correspondence. Fourth, management of records. It depends on the type of the records to increase efficiency. And the last one, record life cycle, which Arkib Negara Pahang need to follow the disposal procedure correctly to reduce the dangers of data breaches and legal implications. So that's all from us. Thank you for listening and Assalamualaikum.